Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I said, are you ready?
You're listening to the Goof Norton Radio Show.
He's the best of the best of the best.
He has a wonderful voice.
If you don't like him,
You don't have a soul.
I'm sure your sister will.
Hey, babe, you want to go out?
Holy smokes! It's been a week already. It's only Wednesday. Hump day. Happy hump day, everybody. It's Wednesday. We're chilling here in the studio. It is another broadcast of the Goof Norton Radio Show on the YouTubes. Guys are lucky you get exclusive episodes these days. Thank you for joining me. It has been a week already. Not only stuff in the personal life, but also stuff on the interwebs as usual, both good and moronic as usual, as is the standard these days for the internet. First on the list, we've got freaking Pal World. Pal World absolutely decimating the numbers game, the analytics game, because they surpassed, I believe it was Elden Ring, and they have been top 5. Top 5 they've been. That's amazing. Congratulations to Elden Ring for that. Congrats. Yes. Congrats to Elden Ring for getting that achievement in beta. Not fully released yet. It's not even fully released, and it is already an incredible game. They've been doing such a good job. I'm so proud of these people for these devs of making a game that is in beta. It's early access, and it's not complete garbage, because that's what we've gotten for the past few years. It's just complete garbage with these early access. From these ultra AAA studios, we've been getting unfinished stuff, which I don't care if it's unfinished, because Pal World's unfinished, and that's amazing. But guess what? The games they produced sucked. It was clear that this is just a money grab to get your freaking interest and make you guys the beta testers and whatnot in our horrible game. And when the games fully came out, guess what? They still sucked. So I have some small shred of hope for Pal World to be amazing. I do. I have that simple expectation for Pal World to be amazing, because I need Pal World to be amazing. I just do. I need Pal World to be amazing, because I'm already loving it in its current form. And when it's finished, I'm going to expect to, if it's whenever it's finished, if it's not on Game Pass anymore, I will buy the game. Between that and Sparking Zero, my 2024 has already been, well, Sparking Zero is probably going to be 25, I think. If not, it's going to be super late this year. But my 2024 has already been captured in the gaming world by Pal World. It's already been sold. Game of the year right there. That belongs Game of the year right there. Already. It's January still. We haven't even gotten to February yet. Already. Pal World, because the mechanics are fine. It's fun to craft and explore. It's not freaking Pokemon. I don't have to say that with this, because it's kind of obvious. Because the same people that were it's probably coming from the same people that were like, Lego Fortnite is just Minecraft. I'm like, it's not Minecraft, because there's a dozen open world survival craft do you not play other games that you're so close-minded? I'm not gonna call you dumb, but I'm gonna call you close-minded, because you're a freaking weirdo for not understanding that just because there's crafting involved doesn't make it Minecraft. I know it's simplistic, and your brain doesn't make the connection that there are other games that have crafting that don't necessarily have it in the title that aren't Minecraft, but, we're just not going to go there today. But Pal World, amazing. If you haven't played it yet, play it. It's great. Xbox, Steam, you can get it on your computer, your PC as well, for Windows, for the Microsoft. People's out there for my Game Pass, my PC Game Pass people. And yes, we went there today. Keeping the energy moving. With Twitter, honestly, Twitter's gone downhill significantly. Most of you know this by now. The main issue being that The main issue being that the comment sections are no longer relevant towards the posts, unless it's somebody smaller, like under a certain amount of followers. But there's a lot of posts these days that the comment sections are nothing but videos that aren't related to the original post, and it's just annoying to see. So I no longer really click on a lot of stuff. I just like it and move on. Who's trying to friend me? Somebody just tried to friend. I just opened up Game Pass to look and see what the heck, and see what was up, because I was like, oh, but somebody just tried to friend me. But that's the most annoying part about this, is like Twitter has it's utter garbage. I'm trying to see who sent a friend request, because that makes me confused. Also, can we for a minute touch on Xbox? Why did you guys take away the ability? Take away the buddy app or whatever it was called, the console companion or whatever, where I could go in, get my clips, get my screenshots, my captures. Why can't I get that stuff from my PC anymore? Why do I have to use the Xbox app for that stuff? Like, I was using your app on the PC just fine. But now I have to go through 10,000 schemes and scams and 10,000 different steps to even get what I was looking for in the first place. And I hate that. I sincerely hate that. I'm like, what? Why? Why are you doing this to me? It's dumb. It's dumb. I don't understand why they made that happen, but I'm sure there's there's a reasonable explanation out there. I'm sure there are. I just don't care. Somebody tried to be my friend. I don't know what the heck. We're just gonna ignore that then. But yeah, that's Twitter's it's garbage. Like, unless I'm commenting on like a friend's post, somebody that I know. But if I'm looking at something that's like some news that I see, I just look in the comments to see what people's thoughts are on it, and it's just like video, AI response, video. Like, it's all pointless. Ugh. It is just ridiculous. And somebody also, back to Palworld just for a minute. Somebody already made a Pokemon mod, so now everything is a Pokemon in that world, and I'm like, why? I mean, you do what you want to. I'm not gonna bother being mad about it, but I ask why, because I'm like, the game isn't Pokemon, and I know a lot of people make that comparison. Some people make that comparison. The sensible people won't. So there you go. But yeah, Twitter's garbage in general. Like, Elon, I don't think you could have run the site any further into the ground. Like, I don't think he could have done worse with it. Actually, I think he could have done worse with it, but he's doing pretty bad right now. All right. I'm going to dip into politics really quickly. I know some of you guys are uncomfortable with this, but I can and I will, because newsflash, anybody who leans to the left, leans to the right, I want to tell you something about your party. Just a little secret. I just want to make this clear for you right now. I really want you to get this. This is going to be the biggest news of your life. You're going to want to remember this for the rest of your life. This is breaking news, by the way. This is breaking news, because people don't often get into these things too deeply. I just wanted to announce that none of these parties care about you. You do realize that, right? These are for my U.S. people. because I only live here, so I can't really discuss many politics outside of here, unless it's like an obvious like, yeah, this is bad. Let me just tell you real quick. If either of these parties really cared for you, they would be doing things that would not be causing the other side to also fail and suffer. They wouldn't cause you, they would not want you to demonize the other side and look at the other side as the enemy. We live in the same country, sharing the same land. Why would it matter what side somebody would lead to, as long as your political leaders are doing the right thing? Okay, if they're so righteous, why are they causing you to be at somebody else's throat for no reason, huh? Why are they causing you to hate your neighbor? Oh, they're this or they're that. Okay, they lean this way or that way. Oh, my family's this way. Well, okay, what difference does that make? You can't sit down and have a reasonable conversation with them. People say, oh, don't bring up politics. I say bring up politics. The reason why we fail so much in this country with politics is because we don't talk about them. We're afraid because it starts fights and whatnot. What we need is more sensible people talking about this kind of stuff, opening it up and being like, hey, we're on different sides, but like what we want should be the same thing. We should want the whole country as a whole to be doing better and everyone to do better. Not just my people, not just your people, but everybody in every class of wealth, every race, every culture, all these peoples that live in this country that call this place home. You should be able to live here and just live life and have fun. Enjoy it. You can have life. You can do that now, thankfully. But there should be a lot less tension around politics. It shouldn't be such a bad thing. All right? But you got people on both sides that are fucking extremists. And these people are the ones that you see posting on social media about, I hope this leader dies and you should die and this one should die and that one should die. For what? Why are you wishing death upon people? That's such a cruel and useless thing to wish upon somebody. And you want me to believe that your side is the best side, but you're out here wishing death upon people? Really? Because unless somebody turns out to be, another dictator, right? Then I can be like, okay, well, let's kick them out and put them on an island by themselves or something like that. But seriously, wishing death upon the common citizen that aligns with that particular side. Who the fuck cares? You should want what's best for them, not what's worse for them. What happened? What happened to unification? We're doing exactly what people in power want us to do. Separate, divide, hate each other. Because that means they get more time to get rich and maintain their power. Because you're too busy being stupid and not actually reading into the fine details of some of these bills and laws that get passed. Because you're like, oh, it sounds good on the surface. That's good enough. I don't need to read into what's being added on. Because you don't realize how many things they add on to these bills. They're in minor subsections that you don't read because you're too freaking lazy and you're too busy trying to hate somebody else on the internet across the country. But, that's just my thoughts. It's frustrating. It is. It is truly frustrating. And I say that meaningfully, and I'm coming from a place of love because there's so much we can accomplish if we would just shut up sometimes and look at the person that we're claiming that we hate so much and be like, are they human? Have they gone through struggles? Okay, they're worth loving then. They're human. They've suffered just like I've suffered. Not necessarily in the same manner. They've struggled, maybe suffer in some other areas, but you're human, right? You live in this country, you're a citizen, even if you're a person trying to become a citizen, you know what? You're worth fighting for. So I'm going to put my political beliefs aside because people somehow hold those strong. People hold those very strongly. And it's like, relax. Because first of all, you should never, and I mean never, idolize any singular politician because none of them want what's best for you as just a singular. You have to, until you get a group of them together, that is like, yes, we want what's best for all citizens, not just some of a certain color, not just some of a certain creed. No. We want what's best for the entire country. Everybody who calls themselves a U.S. citizen, who can say that, yes, their U.S. citizens are trying to get there, that point, they should be able to have safety and comfort and plenty of opportunities to gain some wealth. And I mean wealth, not just money, but just wealth. Wealth that can be passed down and become generational wealth. That kind of stuff. They should have access to similar opportunities given, and some of that kind of stuff is based on like, you just got to work for it. Some of it you have to work for, obviously. But some things can be offered from the get-go. So everybody doesn't have to suffer for so long and end up getting stuck in the same cycle of poverty. Because that's also a thing. You can pass on poverty. That happens. But sticking to just the political side, it is absolutely 100% stupid that anyone would put their political beliefs over the well-being of your fellow citizen who's also trying to live and make things right for themselves and their families, whoever else they surround themselves with. The hate is exactly what they want, and you keep giving that to them, and nothing is going to get better until you decide to put down all that freaking tension, let it go, release it, and just go hug that person. We get nothing done because we're too busy hating each other. That's the reality. Point blank. That's the reality. We cannot get anything done because I'm mad at you because you're on this side, and you're mad at me because I'm on this side, and suddenly that makes both of us villains in our freaking mindsets for some reason. What? You're a U.S. citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen. We live in this country. We're trying to... Our common goal literally should be to make the country better. Band together. Kick out the politicians that aren't doing right. Bring in the ones that are doing well. Encourage our youth to get into politics, to discover, to learn. To be like, hey, and be okay with talking about it. Because that's the problem. Older generations really don't want to talk about it. And they make us not want to talk about it as younger generations. Because now we see that it gets awkward sometimes because the older ones can't help but fight over it all the freaking time. And then we, as the part of the generations that have the internet, that have had it for a long enough time where we're adjusted to things now, we just scroll through and see a bunch of political nonsense from people that shouldn't really be boasting their opinions online all the time because they're insane. But oh my goodness, man. It is ridiculous. But teach the kids. I'm like, we need to be teaching kids the finer details of how certain sorts of governments come to be. Because now I've seen too many videos and from people that think that teaching World War II history is terrible and useless, even though it's a very pivotal moment and a pivotal war in history. That kind of exposed a lot of things and showed us that one man, two men, could make a real big difference in the world. Actually, I'll say one man, because then it spirals and creates this domino effect of, oh, there's one guy over there doing something suspicious. Oh, look, there's another guy. Oh, he's doing it. It's making it worse. Oh. Next thing you know, full-scale war for the world, quite literally. And then, luckily things worked out for all of us, and we're able to live in an era of peace. There are no world wars currently happening. There are wars still happening, but wars are always going on, but the media doesn't, report on it all the time. So, man. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. I will never apologize for that. Because that is something that needs to be said a lot more. And needs to be talked about a lot more. Really. Seriously. Like, it is frustrating to see that we can't just get ourselves together and realize that we're literally being split apart. If something is causing you to hate your fellow person, your fellow citizen, I would imagine you should look back into that thing that's making you hate your fellow citizen, and see what the deeper meaning and purpose is behind that. Because why? What reasons do I really have to hate my fellow American? Why? If they're a criminal, like, I'm like, man, you did a bad thing, but that's what jails are for, to punish them. There's no need for me to be mad at them. The system will take care of them and, put them in jail for however long they need to. Punishment should fit the crime and whatnot. But seriously, we should be looking into that and being like, well, why are these people trying to get us pinned against each other so much? All the media that deals with, you shouldn't trust the left are this and the left are this and that and the other thing, and the media on the left is saying, you shouldn't trust the right, they're this, they're that, they're this, the other things. It's like the common goal, we should all be meeting in the middle. That's why I wish there were more independence in the country. I'm just saying, because it makes the most sense. We should all want what's good and good for the entire country. The entire country. Not just your little class of people. And I mean that for everybody, because everybody somehow thinks that there's a lot of people in this country that somehow think, just only my people, because my people suffer this and that and the other thing, so we need to be just above everybody else. No. We should have a lot less tension around these things so we can all prosper and all do well. For the good of everyone, not just for the good of you, but for the good of everyone, because more than just you live here. We shouldn't be walking down the street and having to look at somebody and be like, ugh, like, who are they? We shouldn't fear them. We shouldn't be afraid of them. These are fellow Americans. These people who live, they woke up just like you did. They woke up in a bed somewhere. And we're like, okay, time to get the day started. And they're off doing their thing. So, that's all I got for you guys today. I just wanted it to be short. I'm calmed down now. And it's just frustrating to read these things and see these things every day. Because you can see that on Twitter so easily. People just get so easily offended and then start cussing you out, calling you all kinds of names and whatnot, and insulting you, incel this, or you do this, or you're this, or you're that, you're a bigot, you're a fascist, you're a this, you're that. People don't even know the definition of these things. They just start name calling when they start losing points. And these are the people that need our support and love the most, because they're so hateful for no reason. Because the world's not giving them their way. No, they need our love and support, because they got to realize life is not about getting your way. It's not. It's not. It really isn't. And that's something else for another podcast. That's something else. That's for another podcast. But we really do need to start caring for each other a lot more. The closer knit we are as a people, the harder it is for the government to turn us against each other and then tear us apart little by little and make themselves richer because we're distracted and can't pay attention to what's going on. Because bills and laws get passed all the time. You can look, that's free information. You can look up on, they don't even hide it. It's on the internet. You just look up recently passed laws and see every little bit that's been attached to the big name that gets published on the news, that gets told to you on the news. What just happened? Are we still good? Okay, we're still good. Sorry, I heard a popping and I immediately look at my freaking mixer and OBS to make sure we're still good. But that's, you get my point, right? Information's free. And if you don't vote and you can, do vote. It does make a freaking difference. The problem is that we're so split sometimes that you guys, it doesn't make a difference. Not, oh my gosh, not voting is literally doing what you want, what the rich folk want you to do. Oh, they're not voting anymore? Okay, well, we'll just stay in power then and keep ruining this country and keep messing things up for them because they clearly don't care anymore. We've demoralized them to the point where, like, well, we win. Easy peasy. They roll over on their bellies in submission. Stop doing that. Stop giving them that power. Go vote. Quit being so stubborn and ignorant, willfully ignorant, because you don't look into these things. You're like, oh, it's pointless. It's not pointless. Go talk to your friends. Open this up. It's a conversation that needs to be had. You can easily rally communities together if you just use your common sense. Oh, we all should want the country to be better, right? Because for some reason, some of these ideologies come out where these people are like, well, my side needs to do well and my side needs to win. What do you mean your side needs to win? Your side? The only side you should be on is the side of the American citizen. See, what's funny, and I will tell you this is the last thing I'll tell you. George Washington warned against this. He told us not to do this, to form these political parties, because they will not be doing what's best for the people, only what's best for them. And he said that. The first president of the United States was like, yeah, don't pick sides because that won't end well because they'll only be doing what's best for them. Wow. 200 plus years later, here we are living in a freaking torture chamber. Like, oh, great. And we're just being freaking, oh, gosh. Because on one side, you got the political leaders out here getting rich and whatnot and freaking making life terrible for you. And the other side, you have whatever opposing political beliefs there are to you because they're like, ugh. So people are so quick to hate and so slow to understand and try to just listen. Listen with love, loving ears. That way we just may hear people, because sometimes people just need to be heard out. Their thought process may be off and they may discover on their own that, oh, well, maybe I am kind of wrong, because they just need to talk it out. But because we don't listen, we're so quick to clap back and with hate and, disapproval. It's just like, yo, you can talk somebody and calmly guide somebody into the right light of understanding. Because I think what a lot of people need to do is just step out away from your side, from wherever you politically align, because if you're not in the middle, you're wrong. To be fair, you're wrong because you're pushing for either side. You're wrong. That's just what it is. You're wrong. Because I've seen leaders on both sides. I've listened to leaders on both sides. Neither of them really want what is best for our country. Sorry, our people. As a country itself, the governing body will be just fine. Because the people will be just run ragged. Because you can look out throughout history. Kings and queens have lived off the backs of peasants. So the government's fine. The ruling party is fine. But we got to do what's best for us. Work together. I don't know. It's not that hard. It really isn't. So I appreciate you guys for listening. I really do. I'm going to go take a nap now. So stay safe out there. Stay hydrated. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.